A lot of doors. All right. Well, hello everyone. Mr. and Mrs. E.T.'s Film Review here. Of course, we always hope that you are. That was good. Doing well. Perhaps you could tell by the music that we just finished watching the 2012 version of.
Les Mis.
What does this mean in the French?
Miserable ones, right?
Well, that would describe us too, having to sit through this thing all over again. Got out from the library, of course. Thanks, Mary Lou, for that. And just watched it again. And some thoughts, some reflections. I never did a video on it when it came out initially, but it seemed that everyone wanted to know. Not everyone, like 3 people.
Everyone wants to know.
What Eric Thompson thinks. Before we get there, let's talk about this situation right here. What is happening?
Well, it's getting pretty large here. And
Do you have an infection?
You're you're getting pretty small.
No, I'm still very big.
Huh?
But,
Well, I mean, in comparison, like your stomach versus my stomach.
I still have bigger thighs than you, I would say, and bigger calf muscles, but that's for good reason. We are at 30 what weeks?
35 weeks. Officially in about 45 minutes.
Well, that's good news. And how do you feel?
I'm feeling okay. Pretty good.
Are you
Not too uncomfortable
are your
yet.
feet swollen?
Nothing is swollen. I mean, besides, but that's not swelling.
It's a good swelling if it is. Yeah. Good. So everything is good though, because they'll want to know.
Yes, all is well with the baby.
What does that mean?
The root canal thing.
So the baby's very selfish and takes away all of mommy's calcium. What does milk give you? What does milk give you that makes your teeth strong? What makes your teeth strong? Vitamin D?
Maybe it's vitamin D, calcium too.
It's one of those A to Z ones. You tell them all about it.
Well, I hadn't gone to the dentist in a while anyway because I don't really like the dentist. But I brush my teeth, I use mouthwash and floss and all that and whatever. But yeah, I have a tooth that has been bothering me, and I have to get a root canal. And turns out it's really hard to schedule that when you're pregnant because even though the endodontist says that it's safe and your OBGYN has said that it's safe, they have to confirm with each other, I guess, or else they'll get in trouble, or maybe
Sure.
I'll sue them or something. So I have to wait until they talk to each other to schedule it, and then it takes several appointments because I have to go to the endodontist and I have to get the crown put on. And that's a mosquito.
Where is it?
It's right there.
And where?
Up here.
Hmm.
Sorry about that. Hopefully, I'm going to be really distracted because it's going to be biting me if we don't kill it.
Well, we have a warm
And-
spoon somewhere, don't we? Yeah, there's a spoon. Anyway, well, okay. Let's stop this. We'll call that Tory Cam.
Okay.
But we're gonna get that tooth ripped right out real soon, and everything will be good. Now, everything else is good.
Yeah.
Les Mis, your thoughts? We saw it in the theater initially, yes?
Yes.
Didn't we? We did, yeah.
Yes, we did.
It was a while ago. It was in December, yeah?
Mhm.
And so, 8 months in between, coming back and watching it a second time, what do you think?
I don't really feel like I watched it. We kind of skimmed through the highlights.
Kind of skipped a lot of chapters and all the songs we didn't like, so... But, we remember from last time, I suppose. We caught the good parts, I would say, though. What about this movie in general, the show in general, the music, actors, acting, any general comments, anything at all? You can't really, there's no wrong answer right here, unless it's wrong.
Unless it's wrong.
Yes. I will judge you. I'll let you know. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't like being put on the spot here.
We're not on the spot.
Yes.
No. Well, let's talk about the actors then. What was good, what was bad, what did you like, what did you not like? Just in the acting, because the singing is another world itself. Let's start with Hugh Jackman. I mean, this is Wolverine we're talking about here. here. This is Australia. This is The Fountain, if anyone's seen that action with Rachel Weisz. But here he is playing, I would say, Miss English Major can confirm or deny, a significant literary figure. Your thoughts?
Stop asking me.
I led you. I set that question up so well. They're gonna see it.
What?
Nothing.
No?
No, I didn't say that. But I mean, does he do well? Like, what do you think?
Yes.
Why?
This is your job.
No, I wish it was my job. I wish I could do it for a living, friends. You know I do. Allow me. May
Yes,
I?
yes, please. Please go
May I
right
take the
ahead.
reins? Okay. So I'm going to forget all that because that was all just wish-wash to get her talking. So let's just go back. Hollywood performance, okay? This is not Broadway. I have several friends who've seen Les Mis on Broadway. In fact, do you remember that video of Aaron?
Yeah,
When
he
she
was
was
singing
singing?
the one song.
Yeah. The world is free, whatever it is. Where the world is free. And so, can you hear the people sing or whatever it's called? And so, we cannot go in with the expectation that we're going to get a Broadway treatment, okay? And indeed, what's presented in this film is, I mean, just way better than anything you'd ever see on the stage. Any stage that has existed, whether it's in Milan or at the Teatro della Scala or at some theater in New York. Anyway, that being said, the way they went about it, I think, pretty solid. Now, some choices, not so hot, but what can you do? Russell Crowe, for example, who you like,
Yes.
Gladiator, Beautiful Mind, one of your mom's favorites, what was the movie with the girl? The princess.
I wouldn't want Cinderella Man. It's not the Cinderella Man.
Oh, come on. Enough semantics.
No, that's what threw me off.
I don't care about any of that.
One of my
Okay.
mom's favorites is Cinderella Man, but when you said the,
He's
I
the
was trying to
Cinderella
think
Man.
of a movie that started with the.
You didn't say that.
No, it's just Cinderella Man.
Is it up and on the shelf somewhere? No, I guess it's... Anyway. So he's so good. Without a doubt, we can agree on this.
Mhm.
As Joffrey, I don't know if it does so well or not. Mostly because his voice just does not hold up. I have the score in front of me. And we get to, like, Stars, right? The Suicide Song. Do you remember when I showed you the performance of the one guy who did it from the British production?
Mhm.
And it was like in a review, and he sang, and then his pitch dropped and he fell, you know?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the crack while we're at it. When he jumps off of the palisade or whatever it is, and he lands on that concrete, and there's like someone took a freaking what's it like a breadstick and held to the microphone, and it was so freaking awful. Why would you do that? Why would you anyway? But you get into a song like Stars that has such passion and such power, and he's got this folky, like, singer-songwriter voice that's not big and powerful and commanding, and it just fell so short for me. At least his vocal performance did. Hugh Jackman, especially toward the end of the movie when Jean Valjean is aging,
Asian.
Asian. There's that warmth, there's that maturity, that beauty, especially, of course, in that last scene, so gripping and so beautiful. Really, the emotional core of the film, even though it's at the very end. Really, really good, but there are just some hits and misses there. People have a problem with Amanda Seyfried, who was so good in Mamma Mia, okay in Mean Girls. Chloe, if you haven't seen that, you probably shouldn't watch that, but it's very, very good anyway. She comes along well, really has that sweetness. She's the Disney end of things. Hits and misses. Now, with the camera presents such an issue for me. Because we've seen, like, Aida and Showboat, and in both of those productions, the stage was huge. So much happening. You remember the triumphal return at the end of the second act of Aida, and all the wow. And here, even at the biggest possible scene, we only get a TV's worth, and then the scope of it. And then, like during the solos, all we see is that person's face. It would be if like you and I were talking and I was like this the whole time, and that's all you can see of me, and that's weird. And so it's strange to me. It's uncomfortable. Like at the end of Who Am I? And Hugh Jackman runs up at the camera when he's in the courtroom scene. I'm 24601, whatever he says, and then you see his lips going all weird, and you're like, this is so awkward because he should be 100 feet away from me on a stage, but now he's right up in my grill. This is part of that conversion process that I just don't think they handled well. And there are moments, of course, like in the love scene with A Heart Full of Love, when it's perfect, because you want to be the fly on the wall, the butterfly on the gate. Remember that? Listening to these lovers sing to each other, it's especially because that's what Eponine is doing. She's kind of taking us into that moment. But there are just some moments when it's so weird. And why couldn't they have the big barricade in the movie instead of at the end, which I know represents heaven? I get that. But it's just very frustrating. Now, let's talk about Helena Bonham Carter, whatever her name is.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Tim Burton's girlfriend. Your thoughts on her?
I know that you said nothing that I say will be wrong. I just preface this by saying that I had never seen
Her in a movie before?
I've never seen a movie until this.
No, you've never seen her in a movie before?
No. I was saying I hadn't ever seen Les Mis. I wasn't really that familiar with it, and so I am one of those that was introduced to it mostly through this movie, as opposed. So, take what I say with many grains of salt. My favorite song in the whole movie is Master of the House. I just love that. It was fun. Some of the serious songs, like I'm Bored, Castle in the Sky, whatever.
Who cares about the freaking? Yeah.
So I like it.
It is super fun, and another three, Vera, Sacha, and Moen.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
It's the only funny part of the whole thing, and so here, their comedy is so strong, and he keeps messing up the name Cojette or whatever, Coletta, and so and they improv it in between the actual lyrics, right? Like what's written, and so like in this eighth note or in this rest, like he would make something up because there was a chance to improv and then would lead into the lyric, which is genius. I remember Miss Saigon, and I saw a performance of it. I'll show you with Lea Salonga. Holy smokes, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
So good. And it was that scene when she and the U.S. guy say goodbye to each other, and during the song, like whenever they weren't singing, they were kissing. Like they were so ferocious about treating the rests in the music as opportunities for interaction, not like in some shows where they're not singing, they're just looking at each other. Like they use the breaks in the music, for other things, for other development. And that was what was so awesome about that scene is there was no downtime. They were always stealing or zipping or. It was good. It was very good.
It's one of those scenes. It's fun to watch again and like, oh, what did I miss the first time? Yeah. What's things that they were stealing and mischief they were getting into and stuff. So I guess you might say that it seems out of place since it's the only funny part. But I like it. I would miss it if it was gone.
I would too. Kind of one of my final-ish thoughts because we're running on, but we're just talking. We're just gabbing. Again, going back to the difference between the stage and the screen, like at the end of a number on the stage, either the curtain falls, the lights go down, stop, change the set, cue the music, boom, lights up, off you go. Here we don't have that, and watching it the second time, preface, I think I was caught up in the emotion of the whole thing the first time because I've known the story for a while. It has emotional connection to me and other people and whatever it is. Whatever it was, I guess. And so seeing it was like, oh, we're in the theater and it's finally happening. And oh my gosh, and how much am I going to cry and what am I going to say and whatever. This time, don't feel that way at all. We're sitting here on the couch, drinking the smoothies and the coffee, rubbing each other's feet, kind of. And so, and so it's just different. And of course, not in the theater, but still for me, the timing was really difficult. For example, you remember, I guess you're here too. Drink with me, today's gone by. Before they go to battle, beautiful, fantastic. Because it's the prelude to empty chairs and empty tables for my friends. They will sing no more. Because they're singing and they're all dead. And so we get to the end of drink with me, this. And here's to me, here's to you, and here's to me, or whatever. Then they toast each other, and then whatever his name is, the hotshot with the curly hair, he goes down, goes to sleep. Oh, yes, right here, and he goes to sleep, and then immediately there's Maximus Decimus Meridius standing over him. God on high, hear my prayer, for bring him home, which is that's like maybe that's the emotional center of the film because it's the connection of all the different themes, kind of. I needed that break. I didn't get the break after Drink With Me because we're just about to die to the great penitence of the film with that prayer, and there was no break. Go back and watch the film. They go from then to God. It's almost that fast. You can't, but it's already so long as it is. Where are you going to take more time? You can't do cinematic set changes, but they do anyway. Or when during the course of a song they change location suddenly, but it's the same song and you're supposed to feel the same way, but suddenly he's out on the street, but now he's in his house, but now he's over. It's just so frustrating. I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Which was the song? The Lovely Ladies, where she's slowly, getting her hair cut off and her teeth pulled out and stuff, and the time's supposed to be passing.
Yeah.
No, but right before
In
that.
My life?
No.
My life, what? That was I Dream a Dream, yeah? Not Castle on a Cloud. In my life, there are so many questions and answers that somehow seem wrong.
No.
What?
Lovely Lady.
Is that what the song is called?
I don't know. They say that a lot, over and over again.
When she goes to Horville.
That's what I was trying to say. When she's going to Horville and the time is supposed to be passing and she's supposed to be getting more.
Horville.
You said it.
Horville.
I just rolled with it.
Horville Redenbacher. I don't know. Don't need that kind of. Yeah.
And it's another example of one song where the time is supposed to be passing, but it felt kind of like it didn't quite gel for me.
On the stage, you can see how they might play that, but in a movie where you can do so much more in the course of a 4-minute song, and then suddenly that's exactly. I felt the same way there, where the officer or the captain comes in, they have sex, or he rapes her, and then he leaves, and immediately, I dreamed a dream, and it's like, stop, slow down, because we're moving so fast, no set change, nothing. It's beautiful that she's singing this song there in this bed, where she's poured herself out, but just a moment of rest, between the end of the rape and immediately into this great ballad, but the tigers come at night. So there you go. All right. Are we all done?
Yeah. I'm done anyway.
You
can keep going.
You did well. If I talk long enough, then I know you'll jump in there. Is this good?
Yes, it's very good.
Tell the people what's in it. This is Tori's pregnancy smoothie.
Strawberries and chocolate syrup and vanilla yogurt and some juice and ice and stuff.
Cool. Other thoughts?
No. I'm just here so that some people watch this that don't usually watch it. And
pregnancy views.
What I say doesn't really matter.
It does. No, I appreciate it. BTSD, check that out. Okay, link in the description below. As always, you can say it this time.
Hope that you are.
No, before that.
Like and subscribe if you care to.
And I hope
that you are doing well.
We sure do. Pray for us. Baby's on the way. That's good news. Love baby, but ready to get it going, get things started here. So thank you very much for watching. Just one kiss. Bye-bye.